you going to turn your anger into action?
Yeah.
Are you going to turn your frustration into purpose?
Yeah.
Well, I thought you would, and that's why I'm here today. If you believe like I believe that Obamacare violates the Constitution, let them hear it right now. I operate under a simple idea, the same idea I operated under when I took the oath as a Marine, when I swore to defend the Constitution. I was repeated right here on these steps a number of years ago when I took the oath to be Attorney General. And that is that I swore that I would stand up and defend the United States Constitution and the Constitution of Michigan. That is our solemn duty. That is our solemn duty. The other day, I was on the Tea Party Express going around the state. And in Escanaba, the very first stop, we had about 2,000 people on Friday afternoon. It was amazing, utterly amazing. And one of the reporters there asked me, why are all these people out here? Why are you out here? Why are so many people out and upset? And I said, it's really about a couple simple things. These people out here believe in the simple truths that were promised us in the Declaration of Independence, don't you?
Yeah.
I said, these folks out here, because they believe those simple truths weren't just promised to us, that those simple truths were given to us in our Constitution and Bill of Rights. Were they not?
Yeah.
I said, these folks are out here for the same reason that so many people care about our great country and our great state. They understand it as parents and grandparents and good neighbors and good members of the community that it's their obligation. It's their obligation to pass on a state to their children, to their neighbors' children, to their grandchildren that's freer and prouder and stronger and more free than ever before. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
We here in Michigan, we have a special obligation. We have a special obligation because we've lived with the overtaxing, overspending, liberty-taking government right here, have we not? And it's our obligation that the rest of the nation doesn't suffer from what we've been suffering over the past 8 years. Isn't that correct?
Yeah.
You know, the genius of our founders and the genius of those folks who went into Boston Harbor on that cold, freezing night in December, so many years ago, the genius that they understood, their special insight was this, that liberty is a two-sided coin. On one side you have economic freedom, on the other side you have political freedom. And what is political freedom? Political freedom means being out here right here today and voicing your opinion. And they understood that if one is threatened, both suffer. That if you threaten economic freedom, you threaten political freedom. That if you threaten political freedom, you threaten economic freedom. That was the genius that they passed on to us, and that's the genius that we're here to defend and that we have to pass on to our children. So, as you deal with what you read in the paper, as you look at the TV and you get upset at the cable newscasters, I'm so thankful that you came out and you're doing something about it, because that's part of the great American heritage that we are all the beneficiaries of. You told me earlier that you were going to turn your anger into action. Isn't that right? Yeah. And you told me earlier that you're going to turn your frustration into purpose. Isn't that right? Yeah. And you know how we do that? We do that by this great document, our Constitution. And anyone know here what the first three words of our great Constitution are?
We the people.
I didn't hear that.
We the people.
Okay, the governor's still a little jet lagged, so I got to hear it one more time for her across the street.
We the people!
So let me ask you, when they come to threaten our liberties, who's going to defend us?
We the people!
Let me ask you this, when we need a turnaround starting January 1st of next year, who's going to make sure it happens?
We the people!
Who's going to make our state free and prosperous again?
We the people!
Who's out here on April 15th standing up for our nation and our liberties?
We the people!
Who's going to ensure that liberty reigns now, today, and forever in America?
We the people!
Absolutely right. Thank you very, very much. Have a great day. Thank you for being out here today.